for the last few seasons. So they've got their own place now, and it's off the grid, so it's going to be a lot of work.
We've been living here with my family, Heather and Granite and Dakota, and us and the dogs for the last couple of years. Prior to that, I worked for Linwood, and I worked for him up on the glacier doing dog sled tours as a guide, and worked my way up into management up there. I did that for a few years.
Jeff works with Ramey Smith, who is not only a dog musher, he is a master log home builder.
So yeah, Jeff and we're good friends, you know. I know a lot of what he's got to deal with, ups and downs, and he's trying to move to a new place. His time's up for rental, and he's finally being able to set down roots, and so it's a lot of work because he's got to build somewhere to live there. They don't have any power or well yet, nowhere to put the dogs. And he's trying to work full-time with me, building log houses, and so right now Jeff's got a lot on his plate.
It's August. We got to be moved in here in 2 weeks. We got to start training in 2 weeks.
We need to start training right now.
We need to start training right now because we got some dogs. We got some good dogs.
They're antsy to go. We're ready to go.
But they're mature, you know, and mature dogs, they don't need all this early season training because they've got it figured out. So we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
We need as much training as we can get.
I'm staying optimistic.
Okay. So there's a heightened sense of urgency here because we're trying to get moved out of this handler's cabin that we've been nice enough to stay in for the circumstances that we've been in, but it is very cramped in space for the 4 of us.
So we're here at Linwood's about ready to move out of here. Basically, summer's coming, it's winding down, and the glacier employees that work for Linwood in the summer, they're coming down, they're going to come off. This is kind of the main base in the winter here at Linwood's. And so his handlers, dog handlers, mushers, they're going to be here living there. So basically someone's moving in here in a couple weeks right behind us. And we've been here for a couple years, our whole family. I mean, it's a lot more than just a single guy when you have 2 boys and, you know, man and wife and 25 dogs to boot. So
they're moving into a metal workshop, basically, which they are going to make as their home until they can build a permanent dwelling.
We're stuck right now because it's been raining, and the ground is like soup, and we gotta get gravel, and we gotta get the dog posts in, 30 of them, and we gotta get the chains and the snaps and the dog houses, and so much, I mean, just as much as it is important for us to get our place all set up so that we can live, it's also important for us to get all our dogs taken care of and them a place to live. So all of that has to come together in the next week and a half, 2 weeks.
After working with Ramey all day doing the same stuff, and then I could come home and work at my own place and do the same stuff. But it's all good. I feel good, I feel strong, and I'm ready. I'm not afraid. I'm ready to conquer any challenge.
I know he's trying to get ready for a race here pretty soon. The Alaska Excursions, it's a pretty fast sprint race. You know, it's challenging, bumpy trail. Got some top-end teams in it. And I ran it last year. And he's going to be using some of the same or similar bloodline dogs to what I have in that Iditarod.
So this is the kennel here. These are our dogs. This is the same bloodline from Ramey Smith that got second and beat the all-time record in Iditarod this year.
That's a brother to his main leader. This is Bishop, and yeah, he's going to be running Bishop's brother Charlie, and basically this whole group, my Iditarod dogs, and they are all very closely related to Jeff's dogs. And
so these guys here are ready to go. They're my heart and soul right here. And this year with the Alaska Excursions race, a premier race up here in Alaska, that it's a race that's drawn some big names and some big money. And, you know, with the expense of having our kennel, you know, of our family members here, it's expensive. And so there's got to be a purpose. And if you're going to race, it's got to be, you got to make a couple bucks and not hurt dogs in the process. So it's a fine line. But these dogs are very resilient. Their bloodlines with the Smiths has been proven year after year, and so we got a lot to prove this year. In between moving and all the projects and working full time, really what we want to do is we want to be running dogs, Heather and myself. So just got to get through all this hard work and all these projects, and we're going to start training these guys here.
It's actually an upgrade for us to have the sink in the counter and ready to go. We got a wood stove and we got lots of wood going under the woodshed, so we should be all right. But our main focus is going to be the dogs. That's one thing we can't wait to get this done so we can start training dogs, and start working on our log sauna will be #1 priority to try to get done before winter as well.
We're losing time, we're losing daylight. Every day is a ticking time bomb, because we wanted to put our house here this year. We wanted to have the spot cleared out, but that's not happening, because within 2 weeks here we could have snow in a couple weeks here. Hey, you understand.
Big hole way down there.
Good boy. Good job.
Go. Hey.
Dogs are fed whatever is readily available. In Alaska, it's salmon. Salmon provides an excellent source of protein and a treat for both man and dog. Large quantities are caught during the short summers, frozen, and then eaten during the long winters.
Man, and it's so hard when you got so many people to like try to even twist your net, because you're just, oh, Jeff has one. Oh, Jeff has,
It's the littlest one yet.
The littlest one yet? Still all good food though, right?
It's so little I didn't know if I had one or not. Dog food. Boil them down about 3 heads at a time with rice, and in the wintertime for a morning broth. Breakfast for the dogs, basically. And they're 25 cents a pound to buy them at the feed store, so come here and get them for free.
Are y'all ready for the race, Jeff?
More or less. It's a long time, and we're ready to get rolling and get this over with. The race is the easy part. Training all year, I think, is the hard part.
It is a dog race, and anything can happen.
Yeah.
Last year I had a good lead here, and ended up finishing 5th going in after day 2. Ended up finishing 5th, so it can happen. But I got to get going to my chores here before we start.
You guys, if you come over here, let me show you these guys here. This is Jada. She's a sprinty little racy dog. She's actually going to do really well for me. Boo. Her mom has finished. I did her 10 times straight, never been dropped. She's got great bloodline. Let's see, we got Wolfie and Denali. They're both right here. These guys are both litter mates, and that's their sister there, Ticona. She's laying down there. And then this is the father here, Maybe Boy. I'm going behind Jamie. She's number 21. I'm number 22, so.
Ready? Okay. You have about 20 minutes, I guess.
Okay. Yep, right. 2-minute intervals. And, I got my name right in the middle there. See my little, I'll be worth money someday there. Right?
Yeah.
Screamin' Hemann, yeah, we'll see what happens. We're gonna go have a good time and just go do what we do, and then at the end there, if they got a little more, then hey, you know, we can always open them up a little bit. And
Right on.
I want a prize.
Where do you expect to open them up?
Probably the last 100 miles of the race.
Okay.
Probably on the inbound trail, yep. Hey, this is the father to the girl.
What's this you're hooking up right here? What's that?
Well, this is my neckline. Hooks to their collar, gives them this much play. And it's got a reflective in there so I can see it at night,
Okay.
which is really nice. And then their tug line is, this is what they're pulling from here.
Okay.
So, let's see.
So which one next on the list here?
Heather's getting Montana. Okay. She's the mom, dad, and they're all related.
Okay.
We got a whole neat genealogy here. Montana with maybe. I'm gonna hold off on Gadget and Jada because they're. So I'll get Blackjack.